It's Margarita, and this is a new Declutter. Y'all, I have been racking them up, and as soon as I get them, it's been a lot of catches and releases. And by that, I mean, I have not been happy with a lot of my blind buys / swaps. Now, most of these fragrances in this video are fragrances that I received in a swap. I think I may have only bought a couple, and those were recent blind buy. Some were wins, some were fails, some were like, I don't know what this is. We either win or we learn, right? Let me know in the comments if you agree. But without further ado, let me tell you what I'm deciding to relieve myself of. Number one, Lattafa Yara. Now, I recently got this in a set of 4. I got 4 Yaras, and I do like this. However, this is so similar to Laura Mercier's Ombre Vanille, and I had that and I loved it. I've gone through a couple bottles of it. I'm honestly a little bored with this one already. So this is a great scent. However, I don't see myself reaching for this very much, and so it's taking up space. Every fragrance you see presented in this video is available for swap or sale. My Mercari information is in the description, as well as my email and my website, whistlenotes.com. So you can reach out to me 3 different ways to get these fragrances. If you don't see them, doesn't mean they're not available. I probably just didn't upload them yet to the site. Just let me know and we can work something out. Number 2 is Dior Addict. Now, I got this in a swap. I like Dior Addict a lot. However, as of late, I think my nose has changed. Over time, I think that this has matured into something more mature than I like. This is a beautiful fragrance. It layers pretty nicely, but I just find myself looking at it more than actually reaching for it. This, if I'm not mistaken, might have some type of a coffee note or something similar, and I'm picking up on that, and I don't like it. I like the fragrance overall, but that one dark earthy, I don't know if it's coffee or patchouli, is just really irking me. And so for that reason, I think I'm gonna have to let her go. Number 3. Before I tell y'all what number 3 is, don't you dare come for me, because I think this is a very polarizing fragrance. Anywho, none other than Dua's Plumlicious. Y'all, I got this in a swap again because it was compared to Tom Ford's Plum Japonais. Then I remembered why I didn't want the original Plum Japonais when it was available. I had a decant of it and I could not wait to get rid of it. When I tell you this stuff smells so bad, this is one of the worst fragrances I've smelled. I even let my husband smell it and he was just like totally repulsed by it. I think it takes a special kind of person or body chemistry to be able to pull this off, because plum in general is good, but there are some other things that's mixed in here that makes this smell like, and I mentioned this in another video, sweaty men's undercarriage. Yes, I know it's very gross, but that's the best way I can describe this scent. If you have a body chemistry that makes this smell pleasant, that is wonderful. And I think a lot of people do, because this fragrance is so sought after, the original, and those bottles are going for like $800 or $900 to get one, because it has been discontinued. I do understand why it's been discontinued. At least I can guess why, but oh my God. But this is unwearable. I cannot layer this with anything. I cannot even, just no. Next up, we have Moschino's Toy 2 Bubblegum. This one is so cute. It's bright, it's bubblegummy, but it's an eau de toilette. It doesn't last very long. It smells good, but I can't really do much with it because after like 20 minutes, it's gone. On clothes, it may last a little bit longer, but it doesn't project. And so I like beast mode fragrances. I like fragrances that really project. So I actually do better finding fragrances that are bubblegum scented on like Etsy or Amazon that actually have the performance that I want. But this bottle is really cute for display. It smells really good, but it just doesn't perform like I want it to. So it's gotta go. Fleur Floria. Whew, that's a lot of fluff. I got this in a swap. It's kind of like coconut and flowers. It's kind of boring to me. If you like a coconut floral scent, I just think coconut florals may be a bit overdone. I prefer, again, edible gourmand. So if the coconut was like, had a lot more vanilla and some chocolates and maybe some fruits versus flowers, I might have liked it. But this is just not something I see myself reaching for. I can layer it, but I have enough fragrances that I layer. I don't need a bunch of just layering fragrances. I am really trying to pare down to things that stand alone. And this, for me, I would not wear by itself. And this is Floria by Fleur. I just got this one. And yes, it is already on the chopping block. I did a full review on this not too long ago, but this is Camra by Lattafa. This is a similar fragrance to Angel Share. It's nice, but it's too bitter for me. I think that Angel Share might be a little bit sweeter, and I prefer the sweeter version of a fragrance versus the more bitter version. This is boozy. It is really nice. But again, I have to layer this. I don't want layering fragrances. I want standalone beast mode fragrances. This performs wonderfully. This is a great unisex fragrance, but not for me. If Angel Share itself is too sweet for you, but you like a nice boozy fragrance, go for Lattafa Camra. Now, this one is probably the hardest one that I would have to part with, but I just had to be honest with myself. And this is Horchata de Bani by Sphinx. I love Sphinx fragrances. However, I realized something about myself when I reached for this the other day. I don't like cinnamon that much. And if you've ever had horchata, it is a very cinnamon dominant beverage. But on skin, no bueno. No es para mí. This is not what I was hoping for. When I first got it, I kind of liked it. Then I was like, let me layer it. And I'm just like, no, that cinnamon note is just not working for me. And then it's got a little bit of lactonicness, if that's even a word. And milky notes don't quite like me very much either. And this is practically a full bottle. I think I've only worn this twice since I've had it. So this is basically new. But if horchata notes work for you, if you are a cinnamon lover, if you're a gourmand lover, if you want a gourmand that is not over the top on the sweet factor, Horchata de Bani is for you. And lastly, an entire collection that I also recently got in a haul is available because I am not reaching for them. Why? Because I overdid it and got bored. If you've noticed in a lot of my videos, I do mention that after I have worn a fragrance 4 or 5 times, I get bored with it. My nose gets bored very easily. It's always looking for the new one, the next. It's got like ADD, my nose does. I love new scents or creating new scents. But I think because I got a set of so many, they're becoming redundant because they do have the same base DNA. And this is the collection, the Cerati Royal Musk collection. There's patchouli apple. There is blueberry grapes. Now, blueberry grapes is my favorite of these. This is still very wearable. I might still reach for this until somebody decides to take it. Caramel toffee. This was my least favorite because it's not gourmand enough. It's more sharp or sour. And then the original, the Royal Musk. Now, this is nice, but it's great for layering. I wouldn't wear it just by itself. It's sexy. It is beautiful. But all of these have the musk note. So it's like, okay, I've got 4 big bottles of musk plus other fragrances that have musk as the dominant note. I'm musked out. I don't know if my nose just needs a break from these, but I just see myself not reaching for them anytime soon. I would much rather them go to a home that will appreciate them sooner than later. That said, I do like all but one of those fragrances. That Plumlicious, it's plum nasty. But other than that, you know, I just don't see myself reaching for those. They are ones that I have to layer. I really don't wear them standalone. And for that reason, I'd rather clear room on my shelf for things that I'm going to be excited about. Let me know if any of these interest you. You can email me. You can find me on Mercari. You can contact me on Instagram. You can go to my website, whistlenotes.com. And on my website, you can actually sample more of my collection. There's decants as well as full bottles available. But either way, let me know what you think. Let me know if some of these fragrances do work for you, if they didn't work for you. If you too found yourself having to declutter the same fragrances that I am decluttering, I'd love to talk about it and get to know each other a little bit better. Also, like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with any and everyone. And until next time, I am Margarita, and you have an awesome day. Bye.